Welcome to episode number 2. And here we have our most magical, most energetic, our Surya with us. And he's showing a lot of loves and a lot of heart emojis. Okay, you are also getting a lot of kisses here. What about the Jadab ki Jappis? Good, good. Now, in this episode, we are going to have a continuation of what we had discussed in the first episode. It's all about mindset, how to get that first initial start, first initial push, or I would call it as the initial propulsion, that momentum. And we had discussed that all you need to do is take that one simple small baby step and keep all the other complex information or stuff aside, just hit the start button. Now, Surya had asked in the last question, how about after, let's just say I've started, then what? What to do in order to continue? What to do in order to, if I'm starting day one, I'm doing it, day two, day three, and day four, I couldn't do it for some reason, and it continues. I didn't do it for a month. How can I restart? I would like to start with this one thing. We were not taught about consistency. Probably in our childhood, the first thing we were taught is brush every morning. And we should go and ask our parents how much they must have struggled in order to inculcate that one habit inside us. Yes, I would like to hand this over to Surya because he's the dentist here.
No, 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 no. This is not, you're not getting away so easily with this, Yogeshwari. While you were sharing this, that immediate thought just struck my head. Throughout my school life, every morning, mummy would sprinkle water, slap, beat, thrash, broom, scale, whatnot, for 14 years. And even if you count the Montessori also, that's 16 years. 16. Yeah. And that was the amount of time. I remember just the first 1 year only is when I had a peaceful life as in don't have any alarm to go wake up, don't have any alarm to go to sleep, day and night you can play, everybody's pampering you. And then this whole cycle begins. We are going to school, then going to the tuition, coming back, studying, same thing repeats, maybe once in a while get an opportunity to play. In our work life right now, get up, attend office meetings, finish office work, then do whatever chores, whatever that is there, and then talk to parents and everything, and that's a cycle that keeps going. And of course the only thing is play time is completely gone, although we do end up weekend go out somewhere. Again, weekends are the time for relaxation or whatever, Netflix and chill. So to come back to the strategy, even before you get into that, I would love for you to share, like, we have done that. We have been studying, we have been giving exams, we have been doing all that growing up, and yet that has not formed a part of our consistency, not formed a part of our habit. Why is that? And even now also, however good it feels, we want the ideal body, we want the ideal shape, we want to read books, we want to go through courses, we want to make videos, we want to create content, all of those things. However good it feels, when we actually want to do it, it's scary. So I would love for you to start from that. Just because you were sharing, I just thought I'll add this as a pre-framer question for this episode. Over to you.
I would like to again come back to that first point that I shared. Imagine how long did it take for you to go through and get the habit of brushing as soon as you wake up. And as you just said right now, most of us still we don't want to do it. We get up and we want to have a sip of coffee before brushing. Ideally, it should be brushing and then having whatever you would like to have. Still feeling lazy and like, oh, I'll brush later. It's okay, let me chill on the bed for some more time, especially if it's a holiday. Imagine just now you said 14 years, our parents did everything possible, including thrashing us up and down to build one habit. And still we are messing with that. The major reason, the biggest why is not clear to us. Imagine a dentist. Seriously, you had to sleep right now? Yawning? Do you want to share something?
No, I was just reminiscing that very beautiful moment, because when we want to think that we want to wake up, but then we don't want to wake up. We want to just lie down. So while you were, your description was so picturesque that I just moved down to that zone for a moment. And just because right now when I'm talking to you, I'm not able to look at you because I need to keep looking at the camera. So the camera is dark, and it just, because I'm looking at the pinhole, it's just taking me back to, oh, when it becomes dark, I will sleep and I'll never have to worry about waking up. In fact, that's what we all want, isn't it? Whether we are a child, whether we are a working professional, we don't want to wake up to an alarm. We don't want to wake up with that stress, because the moment we know when we wake up, then it's always we are in that rush. I think you mentioned in the previous episode also, right? Like the moment we wake up, there's no rest. There's this metaphor, right? I don't even have time to breathe. And you and I both in our respective cities, we've seen this, right? Students, piles and hordes of students boarded on the bus, and they're going to the school, they're sleeping inside the bus. Hordes of bikes and cars in that office hours, right? Going through traffic, slogging through traffic, just so that they can go to an office and then come back tired and everything. But we none of us want that. And yet nobody has taught us to do it. So even when we want to undo all of it, there are certain set of habits that we've been doing it consciously, unconsciously, aware, not aware, that has led to the present scenario where we are at right now. So whether our life is good, bad, right, wrong, happy, sad, perplexed, not perplexed, simple, magnified, middle class, upper middle class, whatever, every single outcome that we have now is because of our habits. So now if we are planning to build this, build Sunsden, do the things that is needed to be done, we know that we have to not just learn new habits, but also unlearn the habits that do not serve us. And because it's so ingrained and automated, it's become an unconscious competence that makes it even more difficult, because it sticks like a glue, right? It's like that slimy thing that just doesn't want to go away. So while I was, it was not really exactly a yawn, but I was just, again, just because you're sharing all these things, right? It's all going in, conversation is also happening internally, right? When two people are talking, when one person is talking, the other person is listening. Along with the listening, they're also processing what's going on inside. And for that brief moment, you don't even want to process all that because it's too much to process. You just want to allow your mind to wander into something that's more relaxing. And that's what brings in the yawn, something that happens in every so-called corporate meeting that never ends 3 hours, 4 hours long. So I did not yawn. My mouth was still closed. Over to you, Yogeshwari.
It's okay. Yawning is good. You just need a little bit of oxygen, I guess. And I'll make sure that I don't describe sleeping or the bedroom scenario anymore so that I don't put you to sleep. Now, coming back to the habits, as we discussed, yes, we've been trained, but we don't want to follow. And that's why we often try to escape from that. Instead of completely resisting it, let's try just this one thing. Do something that you love as soon as you get up from the bed. Is it about just having a podcast like this? It's okay. Is it about just lying on the bed? It's okay. But give yourself that 10 minutes. The first 10 minutes of opening my eyes, I'm going to do something that I love the most. As simple as that. That will give you a kickstart right in the morning, a dopamine secretion. Your brain will say that, as soon as you got up, you achieved something. You're not resisting and doing things because people wanted you to do and you keep pushing it away. Rather, you're doing something that you loved. Can we all find that one thing right now? And Surya, as everyone who is listening, they are finding out, I want you to answer this one thing for me. What is the one thing that you would love to do as soon as you wake up? It can be anything.
I'm reminded of our The vacation days. I'm talking about March, April, or May, June, towards the later half of my school life. So I never had too many good friends in school. My brother's friends were my friends also, so as to say. So what we would do is we would kind of team up and find a group of people and we would play. And we knew that if we play in the evening, the grounds would be too crowded, too many people playing. So what we would do is we would play right early in the morning. I'm talking about 5:30 a.m., just when the sun is just rising. If you want to play at 5:30 a.m., you need to wake up at 4:30 a.m. so that we wake up, we get ready, take all the bat, balls, everything, and then go wake everyone up. Those who are gonna come, not gonna come, and all that. So it would take around an hour so that we know by 5:30 we are there in the ground. I promise you, we never even needed any alarm. Cricket was our motivation. So right now, finding that is challenging. We don't know where are the grounds are. We don't know whether people will be coming to play or not. We really, I mean, even to go one step forward, we are again going 10 steps backward. So the example that I can look for is, I think when in this one, there's this park, there's this badminton court you had mentioned about, no? So that could be a possibility. One more could be, I love singing. So the first thing I do is I bless myself with a song. I can listen to a song or I can turn on some songs. And that can be, I can just do that while I'm brushing my teeth. Some humming some songs and all, or taking up the karaoke mic and singing something. Or it could be something very, yeah, I mean, these are the only two examples that I'm able to recollect at this present point of time. Yeah. Does that make sense?
A lot of sense. Just now you said that you didn't need an alarm, yet you woke up at 4:30. You took the responsibility to pull people who cricket, it's okay. I like it, but I like my sleep more. You took the initiative to pull people out of the bed. You gave yourself that 1 hour to get yourself ready because you know that that 1 hour is going to take, and 5:30 sharp you need to be on the ground to enjoy that entire experience. I understand that if you take one step, there are 100 steps. That is scary. Just tell me whether this is possible. Let's take cricket as the example, as that came the first, and then you thought for a while, you said, I can sing, I can do that. Let's keep all the other things aside. Cricket. Can you just take 10 minutes every day, go to places like parks, grounds where people gather? You are best at communication. Start a conversation saying that, hey, I love cricket and I would like to have this as a thing. Can we start a group so that we can all chat? Anyone who is available, we can get up early in the morning. We can start playing. It's not mandatory. If you love, we'll do it together. I love playing cricket. I miss my childhood days. Can we just do this? And even if you speak to 15 people, will five agree? And if those five agree, will three show up? And I think three people, even two, are more than enough to play cricket. All you need is that small WhatsApp group, 5 a.m. in the morning, pinging, going to the ground, being there. First day, probably you will be all alone, but still you are there showing up. Take a selfie. I'm here, but no one is there. Put it in the group. Someone else may join you. There are people in the park. You can invite them. Would you like to play with me? I have the bat and ball. Is it possible?
So, okay, this is, by the way, this was completely unplanned. Okay, for people who are watching, we are doing some serious level coaching here. Okay, and I think Yogeshwari, before I start answering, you are really you're really hitting a lot of nerves here. So, big kudos. Okay, so coming back now on the answer now again. So, in when I recall, like my childhood, or even when we used to go and play, so there was this previously where the house where we used to stay, there was one park. So we used to go to the park. And the logic was if you have a bat and a ball, then everyone is going to obviously want to play with you. Now, that was literally 20 years ago. Right now, I am not sure. And it's not that I don't want to do, but it is just that back then I was in a school, and in the park, the children come to play. Right now, I am not sure how to go about it. And that also brings us to that fundamental question. We all want to feel loved. And yet, we have always been taught fundamentally don't go and talk to strangers. We want to feel the bond, we want to have friends, but we are scared to invite people to our homes. We want to have a good presence all around, but we don't really know even where to start. So in in childhood, we had the equipment first, like the cricket bat, ball, the cricket kit I'm talking about. Although you don't necessarily need anything. I mean, if you just have I wouldn't say plastic ball is something that you can only play on the streets. And the uh, and again here, when we want to go and ask the parents, what will the parents react is, because I'm not a child anymore. A child knocking the door and asking, hey, can you come and play with me? It's something else. But right now, I consider myself as a child, but I'm going to knock the door and a parent is going to open up. And I'm just trying to think how awkward it will be. Like, can you please tell me or tell your kid if they would like to play with me? And that would be so awkward and weird as well. And I mean, that so all those kind of scenarios goes on in my head. This also brings us down to those elements when there are certain things that we want to do, but then there are so many layers of fears, layers of things that kind of uh how to do it, how not to do it, what's going to happen, what's not going to happen, and your brain always wants to think of the worst case scenario. So I mean, I'll tell you, I would love to do it. The tools aren't there, the people I'm not sure where they are, and all of those things put together. So that is my present answer for now.
And people, how many of you have the same fear? I'm not talking about the kids here, grown ups, people like us. How many of you have the same fear as Surya has right now? You wanted to do, but you're just so scared to initiate that conversation. It's like a guy wants to pursue a girl, but he's so scared just to go and say hi to her, right? So scared, so nervous. And as I said in the previous episode, we are rejecting ourselves even before we give the chance to reject us. Is it hitting hard? And tell me in the comments if you are also going through the same situation, that I'm giving you a situation and you are telling me, Yogeshwari, I'm scared of this, I'm scared of that. Right now, I have the bat and ball I can literally purchase, but I don't have people to play with me, and I don't know how to approach them, and I don't know how to handle that situation. Again, all you need to do is just ask yourself, if I'm having this question, if I'm not going through, if I'm not doing whatever I want to do, people like me are also in the same situation. And right now, it's up to me to take that initiative. Can I just approach 5 people and get rejected 5 times? Be ready to get rejected. And then come back, share in the comments. How did you feel about getting rejected? Or if people say, yeah, I would love to do that with you, come and share your experience of getting approved as well. But if we don't do it, we'll not know it. And Surya, I think you are the best person when it comes to talking to people. And I remember how you improved your communication Because I remembered you sharing about once you were so scared to talk to girls during your school and college, and then you learned the techniques to talk to girls, and then you walked up. You were ready with your in your mind. The worst case scenario, I'll get a slap. And the best case scenario, they'll just smile, right? You were ready to get a slap and you walked. Tell me how many times you received a slap. You can unmute and share.
Zero. Very. Yeah, that's there. Now, now here's also another very interesting thing. Okay, there are. I'm sure this a lot of people listening will relate to. There are a lot of things that we used to do as children. There are a lot of things that motivates us. There are a lot of things that kind of really inspires us and uplifts us to kind of go all the way to the next level and do things. And that's exactly where we want to experience the same thing as well. Now, when I'll tell you what happens with guys, I'm not sure the other way around, but what we have experienced is when there is a group of people playing cricket, if you stand there for a couple of minutes, either they will invite you to come and play, or you can ask, "May I play?" That's what used to happen in Kolkata. So you start playing, they'll not give you the bat, they'll not give you the ball, they'll just make you field. And if you field well, then they'll know, oh my God, this guy is a fantastic player. Let's and then when the team spirit and everything comes in, and the way that we used to play cricket is a lot of team thing comes in. And then suddenly we are made the captain and we can play around. Now, the place where I am staying right now in Noida, Pune, Delhi, Bangalore, different parts of the country, I keep switching because of the work. It's very difficult to really find a circle. Very difficult to even do that consistently over a period of time. To Yeah, I mean it is difficult. And even more difficult 20 years later. Now, are you able to see what are, it's not just the fact that how my brain is creating different scenarios telling me it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. Don't dream anymore. Don't dream anymore. Live the life that you have. Don't even start hoping, because when your hopes get crushed, you feel bad. It's not about the fear of rejection in this case. When you mentioned about the point of talking to girls, right? I learned professionally how to do so. Every word, every breath, every tonality, the intonation, everything was strategically learned and then implemented. And when it implementation happens, results happen. This is more of, I don't even know what's out there right now. It's been 20 years. I knew that if I go to the park every evening, I will make some friends. I will meet some familiar faces, and then I can start asking. Now, I don't have any of that kind of a community to look up to, no familiar faces to look up to. So even if I take the bat and the ball, it's very and before I had my brother with me. Right now, my brother and I are in different cities. So we knew previously, even if no one plays with us, my brother will ball, I'll bat, my brother will ball, either way around, and people will start gathering and we start playing. And maybe it's something that I would not want to do because I miss my brother too much in these situations also. My brother and I, we make a great team. I mean, we only had one proper batting partnership ever in the history of our cricketing life. But every time we are in the same team, I know how to use him the best. He's a bowler. I'm predominantly a batsman. I know how to kind of strategize with him. He's always my trump card. And that is a big hole to fill in at this point of time. So all of those things goes in. And now you just took one example of cricket. Imagine that's one little habit that you're trying to inculcate, and are you able to observe what are the resistances that are coming in? How now compare it to waking up, scrolling the phone, how easy and effortless it has become. And that's what makes it so challenging. That's what makes it so scary. Yeah, I think I'm a little blank right now.
Now, I just want us to observe how much our brain thinks just for that one baby step. Our brain is so hardwired to bring every possible thing that could go worse. Every possible worst case scenario is put in front of us just to keep us in the comfort zone. It's okay, you don't have to do this. This will not work. This is happening. That's happening. This is not there. That's not there. Right? And when you take your phone, you get it scrolled. It keeps happening automatically because someone has worked so much with your psychology and designed a system where your brain feels it's so cozy and comfortable to sit on the bed and just to scroll. To make you scroll, someone has designed a manipulating system. And we are completely caving in for that. Now, our brain is telling that you have your phone, you have your internet, everything is cheap, not free, at the cost of your mental health, your empowering habits, your time, and your dream. It's presumptuously so cheap, but these four are far more expensive that you cannot afford to give it. So right now, I just wanted to ask, I completely understand that brain is throwing so many questions. Right now, I just wanted to ask you this one thing. From this episode to the next episode, can we individually go to the park? It can be any time. Talk to a random stranger. As you said, you have meticulously learned few words. I will just share a couple of things. Walk to a random stranger with a big smile. Pick and choose your stranger, not anyone. Okay? Understand whether they match your vibe. Are they into fitness and all of those things? Say hi. Hi, I'm Yogeshwari Sugumaran. I've been seeing you in this park for about last couple of days. Is that okay if we I have a bat and ball and I'm a big cricket fanatic. Do you believe in playing cricket? Do you love playing cricket? Can we play together? When would be the best time? You just need that one partner because you said your brother was your biggest partner. You just need that one partner. Find a common time, start playing. As you said, if you start playing, people will start watching. And then you can keep inviting them. Hey, would you like to join us? One person is all it takes. That one conversation it takes. Probably to find that person, you need to talk to 10 other people. Same strategy. Walk up with a smile. I've been seeing you for last couple of days. I believe you are into fitness. It's okay. Is it okay if I can invite you to play cricket? Do you come to the park at the same time every day? I have the bat and the ball. Do you mind playing for 10 minutes? I just need a partner. I can guarantee people are too good that they'll not deny. I can guarantee. I've tried this. I took my badminton. I didn't have anyone. And I got 4 friends. I met a doctor. I met someone who is working on his higher education. I met a random stranger. I met a kid. And they are beautiful friends. They loved talking. They loved playing. In fact, they thanked me at the end for that beautiful time spent. Because we human being, what we go through, everyone else is going through. Can we just take that first initiative? Because the reason that we need to take that first initiative is because we have a bigger dream. Others, they don't even realize and have awareness about the dream. And Surya, I ask you one more time. You have a bigger dream. All you need to do is that push that start button. Don't overthink. Take that first initiative. You need one person to play with you. Probably once, twice, thrice a week. Can you walk up? Can you speak? Can you connect?
No, I mean, I'm just thinking of the logistics side of it. Usually, when you want to play on the street, the park that is there near the place where I am staying at this present moment, there are lakes. So if we play, the ball can go inside the lake, and we are not allowed to go inside the lake. That's a challenge. The Even if we want to play on the street, then either we need bricks to maintain the wicket or whatever, and we need one wicket keeper also, because otherwise if the wall is not there, the ball will keep traveling and will fall into the drain or whatever. So all these logistical challenges are also there. At least in Kolkata, we knew that there are small grounds, big grounds and all, and people usually play. All those things are there. In this situation, I mean, it's always fun to play on the road. That's the best thing I would always love. And again, I mean, early morning, I'm, I mean, yeah, the question that you ask, can I walk up and ask people? Definitely. That's definitely a possibility. And yeah, I will try to do it tomorrow. It's going to be very scary, but uh, yeah, if that is what it takes, uh, why not? Hmm.
Okay. So, as you are not alone in this journey, let me also walk up to people. I'm going to go to the park, walk up to people. Let me invite few friends to play badminton with me. Let's do this as an experiment. All this while I'm telling you, for last 40 minutes we've been discussing on the hypothesis. What would this happen? What would that happen? Let's put all the theory into practice. I'm also going to walk up to someone, speak, add them as my friend, make them my badminton partner. In the next episode, let's know, especially an opposite gender.
I mean,
You can speak.
the the see, that's the thing. If you walk up to someone, then they will not sleep for that entire day out of so much of joy. Like imagine the no you you're just walking through the day-to-day monotony and everything. Suddenly, everything becomes completely paused, like everything freezes. And then an angel just walks up to you and requesting you, will you play badminton with me? I'm just trying to imagine what would happen if you walk up to me and tell me that. It'll be crazy.
I wish I can walk up to you and ask you to be my badminton partner, but right now I have to choose someone. So, in the next episode, you and I, both of us, whatever we are sharing, we'll put that into practice. We'll talk to at least five individuals. We'll see how many accepts, and we'll also record a video with their permission if possible, so that we can have proof, share that in the next episode. So that is it. In this episode, we discussed about, again, we are still in that baby step. I understand that a lot of us have so much of resistance. It's been built, stacked up over and over again. All we need to do is break free of that resistance and take that first baby step. And that baby step is find out what do you love doing right after you waking up. Once you found that out, as Surya was listing out the number of resistance, that are their questions, that are their doubts, that are they listed out. For us, we decided that we need a partner to play. So we are going to walk up to someone, we are going to ask them, maybe record a video with their permission if it's okay. and then share it with you. And I want you all to share what is that one thing that you love doing as soon as you get up, so that you jump out of the bed every single morning. You don't want to stay on the bed as soon as you wake up. And then how are you doing it? What is the first step that you took so that you started doing it? Consistency, we'll talk about in the next episode. With that, that's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed. It's a lot of back and forth. Surya came up with so many questions, and I'll tell you, I was a little startled in the middle, and I was like, oh my God, he's asking so many questions. How am I going to answer? But still, we manage because we are going to we keep it completely raw. Whatever we share, completely unedited, unplanned. It's just us. If you meet us in person, this is how we are. Thank you so much for being there with us, and we'll meet you in the next episode. Any last few words, Surya?
I mean, yeah, today's we didn't really plan this to be a coaching session, but again, for this is what we do to each other all the time. Whenever she's in trouble, the other person just leaves all the stuff, and then we want to detangle the problem, go to the root, and then figure out the baby step. And the same thing, vice versa. So imagine, how often do we, first of all, how many problems do we face in our day-to-day life, and how often do we actually sit down with those problems with this level of awareness and clarity? Because I can assure you there are going to be questions, and you're asking questions to someone who don't have the skill, the mindset, the patience to even understand, listen, forget about answering and solving. And this is what we do in our communities. This is what we teach to our students. This is what we practice on a day-to-day life with each other to begin with. And that's why in our professional level, we are able to get the success. Not just our students, but also in our respective jobs as well. So we are going to be sharing more about that as well. But again, this was more of a masterclass on how to really break down the resistances. And Yogeshwari, I mean, you are absolutely magical with what you do. So big thank you once again. The excitement for me was a little down because there were a lot of ebbs and flows happened in this entire thing. In the next session, I think we'll be able to come up with the what exactly happened and what is the result of our experiment. So it's going to be fun. Looking forward to meeting you all. Until then, in case if you're new here, do like, share, and subscribe, and just share whatever that's there in your heart in the comments, because we always take that personally and we kind of respond as well. Thank you so much once again. Thank you so much, Yogeshwari. Love you for what you do.